Well, it's basketball season, and here on the Sports News, we talk a lot of high school basketball and some college basketball. We don't get into what's been a great tradition across the country and in our area, and that is Harlem Globetrotters. So here with us is Buckets Blakes, talking about an event coming up December 27th at the Alliant Energy Center. So I want to welcome you in here, Buckets, and man, been a journey for you doing the media rounds.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, awesome. I just want to start the first question. Tell us about the event. What can people expect?
Well, it's our Amazing Feats of Basketball tour. Not F-E-E-T-S, feats, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So we got some amazing things going on. Some of the most phenomenal athletes in the world doing these amazing dunks. Looks like they're jumping off trampolines. And speaking of trampolines, we also added some acro dunkers who are called the Flying Globies, who actually use trampolines during one of our breaks. But you're going to see some amazing shots taken from all over the court. Close to the court, we have our 4-point line that's 30 feet from the basket, worth 4 points. The Globetrotters are the inventors of the 4-point shot. We're innovators and trendsetters. Also, lots of crowd participation. We're going to pull a lot of kids and some adults out there and have some fun with them on the basketball court as well. So very, very family oriented, from the young to the young at heart.
Yeah, and it's been, like we mentioned, it's been something that's been around for a long time, but how did you get started with this?
I played professionally. I went to University of Wyoming first, and then I played professionally for the Rockford Lightning, not too far from Madison.
Right.
And in the CBA, had fun there. Then I got drafted to the D-League, played in the D-League for a year. Then I went over to Europe and played. And when I came back from Europe, one of the Globetrotter scouts gave me a call, sent me on a 10-day contract, signed me after 6 of those 10 days, and here I am in my 16th season. Wow,
that's incredible. 16 years in the basketball biz you're playing, and I imagine a pretty crazy schedule for you then?
Yeah, I love it. Getting a chance to see the whole world. I've been to 83 countries. We're going to play close to 400, maybe even a little over 400 games on our North American tour alone. Covering 250 cities, 48 states, and 10 Canadian provinces from the day after Christmas up until maybe late April, early May. So we got a lot of ground to cover, get real familiar with these cities that we travel to, get a chance to, make fans everywhere. We sign autographs after every single game before we head into the locker room, and I think that's another unique thing about the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters and how we separate ourselves from other professional basketball teams by, getting a chance to be a little bit more intimate with our fans. Getting to meet them after the game instead of just running into the locker room.
Yeah, and again, that's December 27th at the Alliant Energy Center, so you can go out there and get your autographs after the game. But tell people, where can they go to get tickets? How do they sign up? All that kind of stuff.
They can go to harlemglobetrotters.com to find tickets for the game on the 27th. Also, they can go to the Alliant Energy Center to pick those tickets up as well. But I would suggest that you go to harlemglobetrotters.com because they have more information, because we actually have something called Magic Pass where you can buy early passes to the game. About 5 or 6 of my teammates and I will come out early, and you can take layups on the court, you can dribble, there's some big cutouts of us. So you can, and the face is missing, so you can put your face in there and, be one of the Globetrotters. Also, we have uniforms that you can try on from some of our biggest players, quadruple and triple X jerseys and bottoms and size 20 shoes. So speaking of feats, amazing feats,
right.
One of my teammates wears a size 20, so you get a chance to try those uniforms on.
Wow, yeah, so a lot of stuff for the kids. Talk about that. You have female teammates, so how did that start? What's going on with that? So you have female athletes in what's usually a male-dominated league.
For sure. So we were actually, not only did we break the color barrier in the game of basketball by beating all-white Minneapolis Lakers in 1948 and 49 for the World Championship, and one of those players, Nat Sweetwater Clifton, being the first African-American to sign an NBA contract in 1950, but also in 1985, a woman by the name of Lynette Woodard came to Harlem Globetrotters training camp, beat out several guys for her spot on the team, and because of her, we currently have 5 women on the team, and one of those 5 women will be here, and her name is Torch, because she lights it up, and she also kind of dribbles like Curly Neal used to dribble back in the day, for those of you who know who Curly Neal is with the ball head. But she's amazing, and that's kind of how it got started for us. So Lynette Woodard was a college All-American. She's in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, and she won a gold medal on the 1984 Women's Olympic Basketball team, and she was the captain of that team as well.
Shoot, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. So for the young ladies out there, you know, you don't have to just worry about the NBA after college. You can come to the Harlem Globetrotters too.
All right, yeah, they're looking forward to that, I'm sure. Let's talk about this. The game itself, you know, for all the people who look at maybe the Washington Generals and maybe you're going to get that win. What do you say to the crusty clowns out there, betting against the Harlem Globetrotters? Get a little Simpsons reference in there.
You don't want to go broke right during the holidays. Don't bet on Washington Generals. No, that's one of my favorite episodes too. He said that the Washington Generals were due, right. But the last time they beat us was in 1971. And we don't plan on losing here in Madison because we got to keep our fans coming back. It's kind of becoming a family tradition here in Madison.
All right, real quick, just want to get any final thoughts on this before we send you on your way and we go December 27th.
I just encourage everyone to come out. You see grandchildren, parents, and the grandparents all having the same amount of fun. That's tough to do these days, to get 3 generations on the same page. But also to those kids out there who are aspiring athletes, my advice to you is be the best you that you could possibly be. It's tough to try and be someone else. I know there's a lot of people you could look up to and try to mimic and mock your game after, but you're unique in your own way. And if you figure out what's cool about you, you'll be successful a lot faster.
That'd be Buckets Blakes with the world famous Harlem Globetrotters on the Sports News.